What if I told you that the biggest obstacle standing between you and your dreams isn't your competition, isn't your circumstances, isn't even your resources? It's you. More specifically, it's your ego. In the next few minutes, we're going to explore Ryan Holiday's powerful book, Ego is the Enemy, and discover how this invisible force is sabotaging your potential at every turn. This isn't just theory. This is your wake-up call.
Not in the Freudian sense, but ego in the colloquial sense. An unhealthy belief in your own importance. Arrogance. Self-centered ambition. It's the enemy of what you want and of what you have. It's the enemy of mastering a craft, of real creative insight, of working well with others. It's a magnet for enemies and errors. We all move through 3 phases: aspiration, success, and failure. And in each one, ego waits to sabotage us. When you're just starting out, when you have dreams and ambitions, this is where ego first strikes. It whispers that you're special, that you deserve recognition before you've earned it. It convinces you that talking about your goals is the same as achieving them. But here's the truth. Ego is the gap between who you are and who you think you are. And that gap, it's costing you everything.
Talking exhausts valuable time and energy that could be better spent on actual work. People talk about what they're going to do, but can never show you any progress, because there usually isn't any. In 1934, author Upton Sinclair ran for governor of California. He wrote a book detailing his political exploits as if they were already accomplished. Having exhausted his inspiration on the book, he lost the election by a huge margin. People who are strong and confident quietly do the work and let the results speak for themselves. They work in the corner. They turn their inner turmoil into product and eventually into stillness. Silence is a mark of strength, not weakness. Every time you announce your plans, you rob yourself of the pressure that would have pushed you to achieve them. The world doesn't need to know what you're doing. It needs to see what you've done. So close your mouth, open your eyes, and get to work.
After Metallica recruited him, Kirk Hammett quickly found a teacher so he could become even better. Metallica went on to become one of the most successful bands in the world. Throughout all this success, Kirk remained humble and continued learning. If you're not still learning, you're already dying. The moment you think you know enough is the moment you stop growing. Ego tells you that you've arrived, that you're the expert, that you don't need guidance. But the truth? The most successful people in every field are still students. They're still asking questions. They're still taking notes. They're still humble enough to admit what they don't know. Think about it. What would happen if you approached today like a beginner? What if you set aside your expertise and just listened, learned, and absorbed? That's how greatness is built. Not in giant leaps, but in small, consistent moments of learning. Stay curious. Stay humble. Stay a student. Think about the vastness of the universe. Multiple galaxies around you. Think about how small you are. The Stoics called this sympatheia, a connectedness with the cosmos. This perspective kills ego. When you truly grasp how insignificant you are in the grand scheme of things, something remarkable happens. You're freed from the need to be important. You're liberated from the pressure to be special. You can just work. Bill Walsh took the 49ers from being the worst team in the NFL to winning the Super Bowl. He didn't focus on some vague notion of winning. He focused on perfecting the basics. He was attached to effort, not outcomes. The score takes care of itself. When you zoom out and see the bigger picture, your problems shrink. Your ego shrinks.
and your ability to do meaningful work expands. Stop trying to be the center of the universe. You're not. And that's okay. In fact, that's better than okay. It's freedom.
Jackie Robinson showed incredible restraint in the face of racism and adversity. If he had reacted with ego, he wouldn't have had the impact he still has today. He was driven by a higher purpose. Malcolm X went to prison for years. While there, he read voraciously and left a much more educated man. He couldn't control his circumstances, but he chose what to do while in those circumstances. Alive time is active improvement. Dead time is passive waiting. Here's the difference between passion and purpose. Passion is about how you feel. Purpose is about what you do. Passion is fleeting. Purpose is enduring. Passion makes you the hero of the story. Purpose makes the mission the hero. When you're driven by purpose, setbacks don't destroy you. Criticism doesn't derail you. Ego doesn't distract you. Because you're not doing this for you. You're doing this for something bigger. So ask yourself, what's your purpose? Not what makes you feel good, but what needs to be done. Then do that. Relentlessly. You've made it. You've achieved success. This is where ego becomes most dangerous. The taste of victory can lead to hubris. Success makes you think you're special, that you're above the rules, that you've arrived. This is when you stop doing what brought you success in the first place. Genghis Khan was one of the greatest conquerors in history because he was a lifelong student. With each culture he conquered, he broadened his knowledge. He learned from astrologers, doctors, and scribes. Learn from everyone and everything. Success is seductive. It tells you that you don't need to try as hard anymore, that you can coast, that you deserve to relax. But the moment you believe that, you start losing. The higher we rise, the more we realize how much we don't know. Yet ego pushes us to pretend we know, to confine ourselves where we won't be challenged. Don't let success make you soft. Don't let victory make you arrogant. Stay hungry. Stay humble. Stay a student. Bill Walsh focused on facts, not narratives. He looked at reality objectively. This allowed him to transform his team from the worst in football history to Super Bowl champions. Most successful people are people you've never heard of. They want it that way. It keeps them sober. It helps them do their jobs. The Stoics believed that going beyond yourself is the only way to derive true meaning. Purpose de-emphasizes the I. Purpose is about pursuing something outside yourself, as opposed to pleasuring yourself. Ego loves stories. It loves the narrative of how special you are, how hard you've worked, how much you deserve. But facts don't care about your story. Reality doesn't bend to your narrative. The only way to win is to look at the world as it truly is, not as you wish it to be. Strip away the stories. Face the facts. Do the work. That's how you build something real. That's how you create lasting success. Not through self-deception, but through radical honesty.
Failure happens to everyone, big or small. There's no point in lamenting how unfair it is. Your response decides your outcome. John Kennedy Toole took his life after his manuscript was repeatedly rejected. His mother eventually got it published. It won the Pulitzer Prize. The material was the same. What differed was their response. When Ian Fleming was put on bed rest, doctors forbade him to even use a typewriter. So he started writing with a pen and produced his well-loved fantasy, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. When you're hit with failure, don't dwell on the problems. Don't hide from them. Don't plot revenge. Reflect on how your choices led you here. Use what you have to turn things around. Failure isn't the opposite of success.
part of success. Every person you admire has failed. The difference is, they didn't let it define them. They let it refine them. So when failure comes, and it will, don't run, don't hide. Face it, learn from it, grow from it.
Maintain an inner scorecard. Don't live by other standards. Do your best and release the rest. Don't let the negative reactions of others affect the effort you put in. Don't waste time and resources focusing on hurt and blame. Choose love over hate. This moment is not your life, but it is a moment in your life. How will you use it? Ego wants you to care what everyone thinks. Ego wants you to chase validation. Ego wants you to measure your worth by likes, shares, and applause. But that's a trap. The only scorecard that matters is the one you keep with yourself. Did you do your best? Did you stay true to your values? Did you move closer to your purpose? If the answer is yes, then you've won. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Stop outsourcing your self-worth. Stop seeking permission. Start trusting yourself. Build your inner scorecard. Live by it. Die by it. That's integrity. That's freedom.